Hi guys, this is Mara.
And this is Chris.
And we're going to be making nut mash. Nut mash is a dish that can be found at the restaurant's Leftovers or FoodShack.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite dishes, and I kind of decided to make it at home, especially during quarantine while we can't go out to eat as often.
So we just sort of did a makeshift nut mash, and it was pretty good, so we decided to share it on our YouTube channel. So, do you want to get started?
Go ahead.
Alright, so we should get started with what I like to call the prep steps, which are clean your kitchen, which we have already done, make sure you have all your ingredients, and wash your hands, tie your hair up, and do the things you need to do to get ready. So, clean your kitchen at home. And the ingredients that you will need to make this dish will be sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and then we're going to need egg and vanilla. If you would like, well,
Don't forget the almonds.
the nuts, of course.
We've got the almonds toasting now, just so they can cool while we're working.
Oh, and I nearly forgot. We need the heavy cream. And also, one of the most important parts, if you would like, you can add fruit to your dish. So, you want to get started?
Let's go.
So once you get a cup, you put it in the top of the double boiler or the bowl on top of the pot, if you have a makeshift one. And if you add a little bit more, nobody will know. Anyway, so what we're going to need, other than that, would be a tablespoon of butter. So, gotta pull that out there. Thank you. So, it usually has the little tablespoon marks already there. So just chop off about a tablespoon of that. So, just make a little indent there. Put that right in there. Alright. And then, you're going to need also a tablespoon of water, which my handy dandy assistant has so graciously gotten for me. Anyway, so once we got that, we can just set this bowl right on top. And
We're gonna let that boil.
yes, gonna let it boil. And then we can bring it down to a simmer and we can mix. It is looking good. Get all melty there.
So a lot of times it seems as though you've ruined the chocolate, but all you do is add a little bit of extra water and then watch it just nice and smooth again. So you haven't ruined nothing. It's ready to go. So you want it nice and smooth. And then you're going to set this aside to cool. So I got a little ice bath over here on the side. I'm going to set that in there, let that cool, and we're going to come back over and deal with the egg.
You're only gonna want the yolk. So now I'm not really good at this, but we're gonna try it. So we crack it on a smooth surface, and then, oh goodness.
It's okay.
See?
You're okay.
Not good at this. Oh boy.
And just empty it into your hand and keep the yolk in your hand.
Okay.
That's one way to do it. Drop that in.
Okay then.
Empty it into your hand. Let the white go out. Have to put the yolk in the bowl.
Alrighty.
Along with another tablespoon of water.
Another tablespoon. And then.
Water. And then go over, double boiler again, get your glove.
Yep. So you just pop that over the boiler again, and then,
Get your glove.
of course, where'd you hide it? There we go. All right. And then we're gonna want to whisk this vigorously.
Yeah, whisk vigorously.
I like that word, vigorously. And you're gonna want to do this till it becomes nice and frothy.
Yeah, light colored and frothy. You're not trying to scramble the egg. You're just trying to bring the temperature of the egg up so it so it doesn't scramble when we put it in the warm chocolate. So just keep going.
If it scrambles, then, well, you just made yourself some breakfast, but not nut mash.
I think that's perfect, so add that to the chocolate mixture.
Okay, so.
We take this, and we'll use the same spoon
Spatula's
and pull this out.
probably more useful for the job.
And then we're going to mix this. The egg yolk is just going to add a little extra richness to the chocolate. All right. We got our chocolate mixture ready to go, and now we're going to turn our eyes on the whipped cream and get that going. All right, so what was the tip I told you about the bowl for the whipped cream?
What you should do is put the bowl and the mixing things that you put in the mixer in the freezer, so that they're nice and cold when you make the whipped cream. It'll really help it out.
The colder the cream is, the better it'll come together as whipped cream.
Is we're gonna get a cup of the heavy whipping cream. Then we're gonna need
approximately.
Yes.
I don't really measure things when I cook.
Yeah. Then we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of sugar, and then we're gonna need just a splash of vanilla extract. If you add way too much of that, then oh well. All right, so this is perfect. Looks just like whipped cream, doesn't it? Right? So now we're going to incorporate the whipped cream into our chocolate mixture. So I believe you can use the same spatula as you were using to mix this, and you're gonna want to take half of the whipped cream, not all of it, but just half of it, and only incorporate half into this. And you're just gonna fold it, and you just cut down the middle and fold.
And basically what you're making is a chocolate mousse here. So you're just trying to lighten it up. All right, go ahead and add the rest of the cream.
All right, when it's mostly incorporated, just take in the rest. And we cut and fold, cut and fold. And you're going to want to do this until it's fully incorporated. The other one you could go halfway, but this one you should probably do full way.
It's not bad to have some streaks of white in there.
Alright.
You know, I've always heard some of the best chocolate mousses out there still have the streaks of cream in there.
And you don't want to crush those in there. You still want those little almond slivers in there.
The almonds. This will just add a little nutty crunch to the chocolate mousse.
And even speaking as a person who doesn't like nuts, I love this nut mash.
Problem, this is the hardest part of the recipe. To make this good, you have to let it chill for at least a couple of hours to firm up. Trust me, you'll be rewarded.
I know. So next day, taking our nut mash out of the fridge, and we're going to start plating it. So now it has become this beautiful chocolate mousse. And what we like to do with plating is use fresh berries. And we like to have blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries. Oh, by the way, you don't have to chill this overnight, but I think it's the best option. Anyway, so onto the plating. You should scoop your nut mash into the bowls that you're going to be using. And just make sure to make the size as big or as little as you want it. You need to put the fruit on to fit the personalities of your friends and family who you're gonna feed this to. So my brother does not like fruit, so he doesn't get any. I like a lot of blackberries, so I'm gonna put a lot of those in mine. And then Dad doesn't like blackberries, so he doesn't get any of those. You could use more almonds, different types of nuts, pretty much anything you want. We'll see how it tastes. So fruity, so chocolatey, so nutty, so mashy.
Very good, Mark.
You helped.
Yeah, but you did it.
So this was our nut mash video. And if you liked this, you'll probably like more of the things that are going to be on our channel. We've decided to call it Munchies with Mara. So you should enjoy those. And this was Locke's Life.